bunching to the dead. Raw bunching to the dead. Show me what you know. Beliefs and principles. And say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Melanin popping, and we gonna see conversation, reality. What you want, we got what you need. A dose of the truth, a brick of the street. Gotta touch grass when you on this scene. Sometimes seem too gray to me. Either it is or it ain't. Gotta keep it tall. Small thoughts, R.I.P. Flawed in all. Righteous call. Grow folks tall. BS fall. Pull your stack. Break your bar. Stereotypes can't play this long. Throw your scripts against this wall. Talking points to your flaw. Legs to limb. Take this wall. Gotta keep it trill. Gotta keep it raw like yes. Or bunching to the dead. Or bunching to the dead. Talk about the globe. Standing 10 toes. With your theory to the test. Theory to the test. We be the SBS. We be the SBS. Or bunching to the dead. Or bunching to the dead. Show me what you know. Beliefs and principles. And say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Too extreme to ever be. Bring balance to how you think. Do it make sense? Will it really work? Put it to the test. Tell me what you seen, what you heard, will it really be? Did you fail? Did it succeed? Hey, what you want? Here's what you need. Get out your brain and get on your feet. SPSPOD, RAW, and we need you to tap that blue leaf. Chop it up, tap it in, and let's speak. Let's see the trap of the nerd, the hot girl swerve, the wife, the husband, the bee. The single, the baddie, the righteous, the ratchet, all get a chance to speak. SBS, or bunching to the dead, or bunching to the dead. Talk about the globe, standing 10 toes with your theory to the test. Theory to the test. We be the SBS, we be the SBS. Or bunching to the dead, or bunching to the dead. Show me what you know, beliefs and principles, and say it with your chest. Say it with your chest.
Check. Oh. Welcome to the SPS. You are now tapped into the Raw Bunch. I'm your host and moderator, DJ Strata. You tapped in with the Raw Bunch. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as we get to this video this evening, man. Before we get started, CJ, what's up with you, Brody?
What's good? What's good?
How's everything?
Man, it's straight. We gotta get this screen big on this YouTube though.
What you mean?
It look like it's minimized on the live.
Oh yeah, I actually got 2 lives going. So one of them is going to be if they clicked on one link, it's the mobile app screen, and on the other one, it's full screen. So there's 2 links that are out floating. I was something that was trying to stream, y'all. I thought it was pretty cool. Like you said, it does.
Okay, I see what you're talking about now.
Yeah, but yeah, there's 2 links. So there's a phone option. I know it looks a little weird, but we're gonna rock. I don't know if I like it. I think it will go back to our just traditional form, bro. Because like you said, it's a little tighter. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at both of them right now. But tonight's show, bro, we talking about finding the value, wife privileges versus girlfriend duties. And before we get started, bro, tell me if you agree with this, right? I think that, how do I want to say this, bro? Because I've been kind of formulating this joint for the last like 2 or 3 days. Like, what do I actually think about this subject, right? And I think that there are differences, right? So let me start there. But I think that if you aren't marriage minded, I don't even know if it makes sense to go through the girlfriend stage. What you think about that? If you're not trying to get married, and let's say you over 30, right?
Oh, see, now I'm about to agree with you. Because you put an age in there.
Right. See, you see what I'm saying?
Before you put an age in there, I was going to say, I don't know. But since you put an age in there, I'm going to agree with you that if you like, if you in that 30 bracket and up, You don't need to be talking about being a girlfriend phase or that's my man and you ain't in the mindset like I want to get married. Not, but see, here's another thing.
Uh,
Most girls have this mindset or like they grow up being taught like they want the dream wedding, and to get the wedding they got to get married.
okay.
But that doesn't mean that they are mentally prepared for being a wife. They
Ah,
just been living their life knowing how to decorate and organize events. That those skills are great for creating that perfect wedding that they want.
okay. I'm
But they ain't
following.
got the skills for the wife part, the actual role. That's actually what you're going for. You know how somebody you get a job at a maintenance shop, but
Yeah,
odds are when you went for the interview, you probably still wore a suit and tie. But you ain't gonna never wear that damn suit and tie when you actually
never
doing the
again.
maintenance job.
Okay,
See what I'm
okay.
saying?
I'm tracking.
That's basically what they be doing.
That makes sense, bro. So do you think, all right, so if somebody came to you over 30, right? And let's say that they're not at this point in their life, they have no intentions on getting married. Do you think it would make sense for them to even go boyfriend, girlfriend, or should they just stay casual?
Without the mindset, no.
Yes. Yeah. So you say
If
no
they
to
if they ain't got the mind, they just here for a good time, not a long time. Then they don't ain't no need to be no girlfriend. But what we doing that for?
Mm,
What we playing household? Everything that we could that half the stuff that's being done, just like kicking it,
uh-huh.
you could do in boyfriend and girlfriend. You can do as a married couple. But guess what? For each one of those things, the responsibility increases.
That's a
So
fact.
if you ain't here for the responsibilities, just stay in stage one. We just kicking it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I
nah.
thought, bro. And it took me a while to come to that because I'm like, this shit sounds off. But the more I was like thinking about it, I'm like, nah, this shit actually makes the most sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, because what's the point? You know what I mean? It's like, all right, if I'm a man and I'm single, let's say, I am over 30, right? But if I'm a man and I'm a single and my brain, I don't want to get married, then why even progress anything to a girlfriend? Or like it doesn't make sense, bro. Like, at least to me, because it's almost as if we already had these conversations where guys be like, over time, a girl will eventually ask you, what are we? Right. So that's the first step that takes it from casual to girlfriend. But if you know you ain't in this shit to get married, it wouldn't make sense to me to tell any man or woman that ain't thinking about marriage to even consider this boyfriend girlfriend shit, bro. It don't track to me. I could,
nah.
but I don't understand it at our age, bro. You feel me?
See, that's the part that matters too. When you say at our age, me personally,
Mm-hmm.
and this is me. You've been around more than long enough to know that I will happily be a person that's here for a good time, not a long time. So when I
Okay.
decide, okay, this person talking good, let me make them my woman. When I'm
Okay.
making them my woman, at some point prior to me even making that decision, there was a conversation of me picking their brain as I do every human being that comes within 30 yards of me.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on marriage, future shit? Do you got plans? Or your skills currently are this. Your degree is this. Are you doing anything in life with that? Do you plan on going further than that later on? Like, I ain't asked
Mm-hmm.
you to be a millionaire. I'm just trying to see where you head at.
Makes
And
sense.
if it sound good initially, then it's like, all right, cool. Let's see. And then before you know, I'm like, all right, I'm making my girl. I think this might work out. Now, hiccups will happen and shit go left, and it is what it is. But the
Yeah.
only reason why I get a girl to be my girlfriend is because I actually am considering that in the future with this person right now. You see what I'm saying? So that's
Right.
always how I've moved.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm here for a good time, not a
Okay.
long time.
Makes sense. Because that's gonna
So,
be my next question to you, right? I was gonna ask you, are you marriage minded?
man, all right, so boom. I am. Short answer.
Okay. Okay.
Short answer, I am.
Got you.
Long answer, I ain't taking a step forward. I ain't on a scavenger hunt I'm not on no dating apps. I'm not shooting my shot. I ain't Steph Curry right now, you know.
Yeah.
I'm currently Shaq in the '90s. I'm just gonna dunk this bitch and go about my day. I'm just gonna break the rim off and go about my day.
That is funny. But I understand.
And I'm saying that because, bro, I got a thing. I got my morals and the standards, the minimum standards that I want in a woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's not crazy. It's not outlandish. I feel like damn near all of it should be basic shit.
Yeah.
And these basic things, unfortunately, don't apply to most women I come across at around my age.
Okay. Okay. I can see that. That makes sense.
So I would damn near have to. I noticed that I would damn near have to disregard multiple things on these standards or these small things. I'm like these small things I need a woman to have or don't have in her life. I've
Mm-hmm.
then had to cut half the list just to accept whatever, and I'm not going to do that because I know damn near everything up there at this point. Because it used to be longer,
Yeah.
I've decreased it, and now I can't no more. Because now when I think about every time I want to take something off and be like, well, she ain't got to be this. Well, she ain't got to be this. Every time I took something off, I had to really dig into it. Like 5 years from now, if I get a woman that does this or doesn't do this thing that I'm thinking about taking off, will I resent it? Will I hate myself or hate the woman? Will I become angry because of that? You feel me?
Okay.
So the list that's where it's at now. Ain't nothing else coming on. If that's the case, I'll stay a single a nigga forever. Fuck it,
Ah,
because
okay.
I can't.
You can't make
like
it any
yeah, I
yeah.
get slightly irritated thinking about the idea, but I just know I
Right,
can't.
right, right. You're like, fuck, it's already short. I ain't doing it no more. That makes sense. I like that. I like
Can't.
that. I like that, bro. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And let's get to our first question, CJ. Like I said, man, we're gonna knock these questions out pretty quickly because I think they're pretty straightforward, and I think that we can build. We'll get some video reactions as well, man. But before I get to the question, I do want to play our first video for the night, bro. And this video goes on a question, but the title of this video is "Girlfriend versus Wife Duties." So we know we on this, yeah, but I want to see based on other people out here in the earth whether they see a difference. Let's mine out what the differences are, if they're applicable, and if we agree with them. You know what I'm saying? We might change our mind, but right now, I was just thinking about the topic and I was making the show. I think I'm still where I'm at, where if you over a certain age, 30, and you're not intentionally thinking about married, this boyfriend, girlfriend shit sounds childish and a waste of time if you know that ain't where you had it. But let's see. Like I said, so this first video, they're talking about the girlfriend versus the wife duties. So let's get into it and kind of see, where people that find a difference, what differences they think.
Yeah, but not only that, I asked, what are the responsibilities and roles of a girlfriend compared to what are the roles and responsibilities of a wife? And why would men get married if there's ultimately no
What if I told you, Tricky? They're the same.
They're the same.
They're the same.
Yep.
So that's
that's where so many girls fuck up. Like they think, oh, I'm gonna behave like a wife after I become a wife. That's why a lot of chicks don't get married.
That's
because guys are looking at it like, wait, you can't even do the job, and you want the promotion? But only in America and in the West do we allow women to have crazy standards where they're able to demand things without providing the value
That's
back.
not even just in the West, though. They practice this in lots of other cultures. In African cultures, Nigerian weddings, they have to give money, give gifts, give
Hold on, but what are they?
to the wife.
Hold on. Let's put some onus on the females. What are they getting back in exchange from that woman? They're getting a virgin. They're getting a woman that comes from a two-parent household. They're getting a woman that understands basic rudimentary things of cooking and cleaning, not talking back, not interrupting. Stop for 2 seconds. Okay? They're getting a woman that has some semblance of traditional values in exchange for them doing that. So my thing is, if y'all want to use marriage as the crutch, is the guy really getting a fair return back? The answer in the West in general is a no.
So is it only in Western culture where women get or have sex before marriage? Is that the only difference? That's
Mostly.
the only difference that I heard.
It happens a lot in the West because we've decentivized sex. I mean, we asked you guys a bunch of you guys openly speak about sex with your parents.
Okay. Pretty short clip. The man's perspective was that there isn't a difference. Did I hear that right?
Yeah.
So he thought that there wasn't a difference between girlfriend and wife in terms of duty, right? What do you think?
So boom. First off, shout out to Fresh and Fit. They fell the fuck off drastically, but every blue moon and solar eclipse, they have a moment where they say something, and you damn near gotta be an OG of Fresh and Fit to decipher what the fuck that was said. Because if I never watched them back in the day, I would have thought that was the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Yeah.
But back in the day, back when that motherfucker was still balding and he had the same question being done back then, he worded it better back then because he wasn't as crazy and man hating or woman hating back then. Where he worded it was, people think, oh, the wife got all these extra duties, blah, 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 blah. The duties that people are thinking of are the duties that get implied based off law, based off on paper. Like if something happened to you, who's got the first say so? Your wife.
Yeah.
When something happens involving the kids, who's got to say so when you ain't got it? The wife. Who takes care of the house outside of you? The wife. And even though they say it's because it's my wife, well, it is, but indirectly it's because it's legal. It's based off of paperwork, right?
Okay.
Now when you go back to all those nurturing things that ain't got nothing to do with the law, that wives are supposed to do, nurturing, take care of the man, treat him right, all these little things, fuck them, suck them, make them happy, make the family happy, all these things, that doesn't fall under the law. But obviously, that's also what people view as wifely duties, right?
Okay.
If a woman wants to become a wife, why wouldn't she not want to do these things ahead of time? Why, if she, like you just said in the beginning of the show, why get in a relationship with a woman if she's not wife-minded? Well, if she's already wife-minded as the girlfriend, then by the time you make her the wife, only thing you're really doing is proving that, yes, girl, you earned the title. Niggas box in boxing rings forever, but they ain't a championship until they fucking win that shit. They not a champion until they win. So you can be a wife in your mind, and you could be doing the things that could make you a wife, but you ain't a wife until you win. Same shit. So I feel like, yes, they are the same. It's the fact that people aren't viewing them as the same. Y'all separate them because you get y'all make the wife this big thing, but you also ain't thinking like, well, what actually is the real jobs and requirements that the wife falls under in West America? And it's all on paper. It's literally legally stuff on paper. But outside that, all the other nurturing things that you're trying to say, oh, they're the same as a girlfriend. You're answering your own question. So you're basically telling me that the girlfriend can do, oh, she could be loving, caring, this, and that, third. Okay. But guess what y'all do when y'all girlfriends? None of that. See? So in that case, then you might be saying that that's my man, I'm his girlfriend. But are you even acting like that? Are you actually acting like the girlfriend? Are you being the girlfriend? See? That's why when I'm watching, I'm like, okay, I get what he's saying because he's done it before. Okay. And he broke it down then. And this one, obviously, he doesn't break it down like he did back then. It's more so a pissing match with ladies. But that's what he's really meaning. The wifely duties outside of the legal shit should be the shit that you should have been doing prior to him making you a wife. That's how you became the wife.
Okay. I like it. I like it. And I think I agree with you. I think that the qualities of the woman you with doesn't change from the title. More so legality for sure. Because the qualities is what made me even look at you and be like, oh, that's wifey material versus something casual. So I do think that the qualities are transferable and shouldn't be held back. So act how you're going to naturally be. And that way, the man that's deciding whether he wants to make you a wife don't have to be surprised 10, 15 years later if you're just putting on a show and you fronting. Be exactly who you are. Those qualities, when a man has it like raw and uncut, once he realizes this is exactly who you are, at least his decision is be more sound. So if he were to get to the point where he's proposing, because he know all aspects and elements of who the fuck you are, it makes it easy for him to decide whether you are or not something he would want to spend his life with. Yeah, so I agree with you. Now, I do want to get to the question at the bottom because it is a little different in the video or even what we talked about. me see if your answer shifts any, or whether you can see the question in a different light. So the question is, what is one thing a wife provides that a girlfriend never should provide?
My answer is anything that falls under the legal documents that got done when you made her your wife.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm not changing it.
But I like that. Give me an example.
Yeah, it's literally anything, because when people get married, you can actually have different discrepancies and rules and regulations and shit when you get married. You can make that a thing. So anything that falls under the legal documents that falls under a wife in West America. All right. That's literally my answer. Because a wife in other countries, shit, the rules is different when she becomes a wife. All right. Some places they don't even have a thing called a girlfriend. You're a lady that exists, and then one day you got assigned to this man to be the wife. Do your job. You see what I'm saying? So out here we have phases. Talking phase, your dating phase. All right, now this is my old lady. Now this is my wife. Now, why did she become the wife? Hopefully she was doing a lot of shit that was great that led her up to be the wife. But the title being given now has legal documentations behind it. See what I'm saying?
Okay.
So that's the only thing that changes. The law got involved.
All right, so can you give me an example of one thing that a wife can provide that you think a girlfriend never should provide?
Never should?
Yes. A wife provides.
Make final decisions on you if you was on life support.
You said a girlfriend should never decide that?
Fuck no. Okay. Nigga, you got into a car accident. You on your deathbed. They saying you might make it, you might not. Do you pull the plug or don't? Come on now. If you ain't married, guess who get that say so? Your family.
Yeah.
But if you was married to her, she gonna get the first say so. And don't let y'all have kids. She might try to keep you around unless you been said, bitch, pull that plug, that shit happened to me. You see what I'm saying? Now imagine you on your fucking deathbed and your girlfriend make that say. I don't give a fuck how long y'all been together. That shit your family crashing out on them. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Your family crashing out.
That makes sense. Sense.
Exactly.
Right. And honestly, bro, when I was like, after I said, like, leading up to me actually reading the question again for myself, I think that's one of the few things I could actually think about the way I'm like, okay, the line will probably be there. But I don't even know if that's a solid line. Like, I'm real wishy-washy on this question because, again, back to what we said before, I'm over 30 and I'm marriage-minded. So in my brain, it ain't that much of a difference from girlfriend to wife. So if you're here in that capacity at all around me, ain't much gonna change. But I see your point, which is given the like we're talking about what they should provide and what they should and shouldn't do. I totally agree with you that outside of my personal shit, it doesn't make sense for a woman to be making those lifetime decisions for a man on hospice. So that's why I can't really push back on you. And why I actually agree, because like you said, that is a difference. Maybe not one I make, because in my brain, if you already a girlfriend, whether you get the wife or not is on you. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't be girlfriend if I didn't look at you like wife. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And again, like you said, I think that the issue wouldn't even be with me. The issue wouldn't be mine with the decision she would make one way or the other. It would be, like you said, the people around me that would judge the decision because of her status. So I can agree that society, fuck what I think, society gonna look at that like, you a girlfriend, why you doing that? Why are you making that decision? Not even why you doing that.
Oh God. Imagine your girlfriend. You died and your girlfriend doing the planning for your funeral. You know the family back home. We from around the way. Bitch, we having a funeral.
Bro, that's
we having a funeral. We having the service. Somebody in the family gonna have the family people that know how to cook the food. Odds are half those folks about to cook the food. We went to school with them, or they was probably the teacher that's the ladies in the cafeterias. All right. Now, let's say we plan on having a funeral, man. We lost Strata, God forbid. But man, we lost the man. We gotta have a funeral. Hey man, the girlfriend got him cremated. Crash out.
Yeah. You're right.
Crash out. Right, because girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
Who that? What her name is? Like, we got to see her because who gave her that call?
For one person to disagree, and now your whole credibility is called into question. Even if I had to told her exactly what I wanted, don't matter.
It don't matter, bro. It don't matter.
It's how
it don't matter.
I like that. That makes sense, bro. This next question, bro, this one's a little weird. I ain't gonna lie. It kind of fits, kind of don't, but I still think it is in the same vein because I think I'm seeing a lot of this too. So before I ask the question, or maybe, all right, let's go with the question first this time, and then we'll get to a video because I do have a video with this one too. So let me ask you, CJ, is posting your partner a sign of respect or is it unnecessary validation?
I'm assuming you're talking about social media.
Yes.
All right. In my opinion, now today is both. And I know we can't say both.
Yeah.
I'm going to lean more towards unnecessary validation.
Okay. Tell me why.
Because fuck everybody else. That's why. Fuck everybody else, bro. Fuck everybody else. Fuck them. Because don't let you be that one black guy from the hood that done got fucked over on social media and everybody know you done crashed out with your baby moms and baby mama 2 or 3 or whatever. They all black. And then you finally came across this one lady, man. She treats you right. She do you right. She done helped you in your business or your career. And she got her own thing going. Y'all moving up together. Y'all doing big things. And what took years and 2, 3 baby mamas to try to get done and failed, she was able to do it in damn near 9 months. And y'all ain't even got a kid yet, right?
Okay.
She white.
Damn.
Yeah. See? You felt it in the back of your neck, behind one of your dreads, didn't you? Yeah, man. She white. So now, you already know what's going to happen if that man posts that motherfucker on social media. Jesus. Burn that man at the stake. Stone him to death.
Crazy.
So it's like, to me, you doing that for who? For social media. You ain't doing it for yourself. Now, the reason why I said the whole sign of respect is because of today, how big social media is, the biggest group that feeds social media, that makes social media what it is today, is the women. So odds are you're probably going to date a woman that lives off of TikTok. And I'm personally saying TikTok over all other social media apps. I'm trying to tell you who that. Oh, what up? What up, OG? So I'm trying to say that one thing you probably gonna have to do at some point on social media is post your old lady. Motherfuckers will be like, because don't let her hit you with don't let you be a person that posts on social media too.
Yeah.
You be posting like memes. You don't even be posting yourself. You just be posting memes, jokes. You be posting stuff all day. You ain't never post nothing with us. At some point, she gonna take a photo with you when y'all go to the fair, when y'all go to the movies, when y'all go out to that fancy restaurant that she really like. After she posts that food on that table, she gonna want to take a picture with y'all together. Now, who phone she gonna want to take that picture off of? Come on now, because odds are she left her phone in the car.
Yeah,
she came to that fancy dinner with just her little purse, knowing damn well she ain't paid for a motherfucking thing. The purse too small for the cell phone. She not gonna carry that. You gonna have your cell phone on you. So when you get in that restaurant, she take them photos of that food. Who phone she using? Yours. Damn. When it's time to take them pictures together, who phone she using? Yours. Now when she don't ask, hey, can you send me those pictures? You know why she didn't ask. She expects you to post some motherfuckers on social media, nigga.
Yo, that's funny, bro.
Come on now. What?
I think as I get older, bro, this where it's weird because I agree with your sentiment, right? Which is it is for validation. I think the older I get, the less I give a fuck about what I do and don't show to anybody. Because if you know, right? And it ain't really like it's some hiding shit. I just don't know if my brain has went that far. And I think that I'm old enough and grown enough now to where anyone watching my social media, regardless as to what you pull from it, if there is something that needs to be corrected, it'll get corrected. Now, I guess the flip side of that, and I will ask you this, right? So let's say me and you are kind of like, we don't need to post for validation. when she becomes your wife, do you think that's the time to start posting her? Do you wait till then? So that's a 2-part question.
When she becomes my wife,
yes,
I think I'm gonna say when she become your wife, after the wedding, whatever y'all do, celebration, all that shit, I'm gonna say post it, leave it alone.
What you
And
mean
when
by
I
that?
say that, what up though? When I say that, I mean literally post that you're married, like you got a photo with you and her at posing at the whatever however y'all want to fucking do the shit. But post that shit, but don't never comment on it. Don't even say thank you.
Damn.
Just post it. That on whatever social media platform you think she probably entertains the most, or whichever one you just want to throw it up there. Just throw it up there. Don't say shit. Don't interact with people, because it's gonna be that one bitch that's gonna message you. Oh, you married now?
Yeah,
oh, I see you. Or the eyeball emoji. Fuck out of here. Don't reply to shit. Just post it. That's all you need. What's not said is still understood.
Okay. Picture worth 1,000 words. I see you. Okay.
On God.
That makes sense.
Hey, a picture worth 2 words. Fuck you. All right? That's what it is. I'm here.
That's funny.
This mine. My wife. Fuck you. It's worth 2 words. They don't need 1,000. If I give you 1,000, I gotta talk to you now. No.
That's
no.
Shit.
You ever typed in 1,000 words? Not 1,000 characters, 1,000 word essay? That's a conversation. No, I got 2 words. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This her.
And
That's it.
This is why I lean on what you're saying and why I kind of agree. Because I also think on the other side of validation is envy. Right? And so if you post somebody that's just that boyfriend, girlfriend status, you have put them on a radar of everyone you all are mutually friends with based on who posts it and how long it stays up. So there might have been somebody that won't even check in for you because you might have just been saying funny ass shit on the internet for however many years. As soon as they see you with somebody, you magically become more handsome or you become more sexy, depending on if you're a man or a woman. So now at boyfriend, girlfriend status, you have brought unwanted attention, eyes, and envy that might not have been there had you just shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna give you that, because that happened in every damn relationship where, because you know I don't post me enough. So half the time, if we go too long on the damn doing SPS, I'm gonna be having locks about as long as yours because I don't post me enough.
Right.
All right. So I barely post shit that I do with my kid. I don't post us enough. Like I don't. I don't even be on social media as much anymore. So it's like one of those things where if I do post something like that, like me with somebody, there's a 99.99999% chance with a 0.00001% margin increase to hit 100% that she told me to do it. She asked, or she took my phone and just went on my social media platform and did her damn self. But best believe the crows is coming when you do that shit. They coming. Now, me, I don't give a fuck. I'll tell you, hey, so-and-so messaged me. Hey, look at this random person. So-and-so hit me up. Because I don't care. I ain't doing shit. Here you go. But just let it be known, bitch, you posted.
Yeah, I do. I be conflicted as shit, bro, because at the same time I'm saying this to you, I'm also territorial as fuck.
Oh, yeah. Because I was about to see, I'm about to hit you with a question, right?
Uh-huh.
How long you been with your old lady?
3 years.
3 years. How many times she's been on social media with you in the same photo?
Same photo? Shit.
Take your time. Take your time. Matter of fact, you ain't got to. See how that question took forever to answer?
Yeah.
Exactly. Come on now.
Like, because that ain't my bag. You feel me? Like, and again, that's the wild
it ain't. But guess what?
What?
That's a good thing. Because that means that you got somebody that didn't give a fuck, nigga. Like, but most of them ain't like that. Most of them they want to know why you ain't posting on social media. Why we ain't on Facebook together yet? Why we ain't come on? And I ain't gonna lie to you. When it comes to them couples, the biggest thing you could post them on for real is Instagram.
That's some real shit.
Facebook could be like they scroll, they see it, it's gone. But Instagram is low key the hitter because Instagram is meant for the photos. So when you put it on the gram, that shit is solidified. Niggas already done got a screenshot of it. Motherfuckers don't even screenshot Facebook enough, but motherfuckers will screenshot that gram. On God they is. And putting it on Snapchat is bullshit unless that's your primary thing. Because Snapchat is here to stay and gone in an hour.
Fact. And I'll say
so unless your primary social media is Snapchat, that don't mean nothing. But you post a girl that you with on Instagram and see a show, blow your shit off from the back that night, nigga. Like social media have motherfuckers do crazy shit just because you posted it, bro.
No, that's a fact.
But see, you got one that's just like you. She don't give a fuck. She don't care.
Like, I don't give a shit because I think that, like you said, that's the part to where I can see the duality in it. But like you said, it's one of those things where, like you said, if they watch the show or YouTube or even been on Facebook, I've streamed with her. So if you know what I'm saying? I think that'd be the part that is more important to me. Like when it makes sense, it makes sense. I don't feel the need to press it because, like you said, I don't need validation from anybody what the fuck I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Those that know already do. And when it goes further, they'll be the same ones getting invites to shit later. Everybody else I kind of don't give a fuck about. I don't care whether you know or not, But also too, now this is the other part to it. Now I think that the other side of this we gotta address, CJ, is if you're gonna be private, you have to know that that's gonna come with people ignorance. Do you agree with that?
Meaning that folks gonna try to holler at you because they don't know that you with somebody?
Yes, on both sides, because technically you're private, so they wouldn't know. Can you agree that that has to come with a level of grace for correction? Not saying it's right? But if you're going to be private, do you have to reconcile that your privacy means people's ignorance? Do you think that's true?
I'm gonna say that my privacy is gonna remain private to a certain degree. But people's ignorance is only ignorance. The definition of ignorance is the lack of knowing, the lack of understanding, the lack of comprehending. So they just simply didn't know. That's all. Yeah. So they hit me up on some, because that shit's happened as well. Like I'm in a relationship and I ain't posted nothing with the on social media or whatever. And they hit me up on some fly shit. Or it could be in person where they trying to, shoot a shot. As long as literally the next thing that comes out of my mouth after I acknowledge that, hey, you trying to do this, that you trying to like go there, is I let you know, hey, nah, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship. Once you do that part, everything after that is an ass whooping. Because if you initially said, hey, I'm with whoop de whoop, or you ain't got to say anything to say I'm in a relationship, I got somebody, and they try to apply pressure, well, what that got to do with me? In my mind, I'd have punched you in your throat, lady. I told you I got somebody, and you over here basically just spit in my lady's face saying, fuck her. What about me? Nah. You see what I'm saying? So they're gonna be ignorant because they simply don't know, because you ain't got that shit plastered across your face. You ain't out in public with her all day. You ain't on fucking lives every Thursday with her. You see what I'm saying? But the moment they hit you up through ignorance, all you gotta do is denounce the ignorance by informing them, hey, I got an old lady. Now after that, just like when I told you, you throw that photo of y'all being married and say nothing else. Once I say, hey, appreciate it, but I got an old lady, you don't say nothing else.
That's a fact.
I don't give a fuck what they said next. I don't know. It don't matter.
Yeah. I think that's the only, and I agree, bro. I think that's the only caveat that can be given if you are a private person with how you dating, is that you have to understand that the same people that won't validate you also don't know your relationship status. So they're going to like, heart, love, blah, 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 blah. However far it goes is then on you and the person you with, and correction has to be a little bit more firm because, again, ignorance in these situations are valid. How the fuck would they know?
Right.
You feel me? So I think that's the only other piece of this posting thing. And I ain't gonna lie, bro. I think we walked that one down so dope. I could play a video, but I don't know if I want to, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think we walked that down pretty good. Jalen, what's up, love? How you?
Who that big Jalen? What up, though?
Little.
Little
Nah,
Jalen.
you ain't short as fuck.
Says little Jalen now. What's up with you, Jalen? Can she hear us?
Can you hear me?
I hear you now.
I can. You
Okay.
still there? Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I was fixing my mic.
Oh, you cool. All right, so let's do this for real. Jalen, what are your thoughts on? So right now, here's where we are. We're talking about posting and relationships. So let's say in this hypothetical, you're a private person, right?
Yeah.
So on social media, you in a relationship.
Yeah.
Do you think that posting your partner is a sign of respect, or is it unnecessary validation? Let's start there.
So I don't have to make this a hypothetical because I don't post my partners.
Okay. What's your reasoning?
My reasoning is because, like you said, I'm a private person. I don't feel like everybody should know. It's my business.
Touche.
And exes be coming out the woodwork like roaches.
Why do you think that happens?
I do not know. I feel like everybody has experiences at some point.
Yeah.
But I'm not posting my man unless we're married or engaged. I feel like at that point we're solid enough where it's kind of like, even if a man did try to like be disrespectful or a woman did try to be disrespectful, I mean, we have a strong enough foundation where it's like, oh no, this is the one I want. We good.
Okay. So I think you look at it exactly how me and him was talking about it. So now the second part to this question is, are you offended or upset if, let's say, women are underneath the comments on his pictures that he poses without you? Does that bother you?
No. I feel like you can't really control other people. And this is something I've had to learn. You can't control nor change the partner you're with or how people interact with that said partner. It's up to your partner to make the decision whether to engage or not. And if they do, that says more about them. And you need to make a decision on whether you want to deal with it. You can't really control them or tell them to stop because that's who they are.
That's real.
Accept it or don't. And I feel like that's where us as women tend to fuck up too. We feel like we could mold this person based off of potential of what we see or feel like he could be capable of instead of accepting who he is.
Ooh, I like that one.
Like, I feel like we do that with everybody that enters our life. Actually, like people in general, you don't accept them as they are. They have all these shitty traits, but you're trying to force them to change into something else instead of being like, nope, they're just shitty.
That's a fact. I like that. I like that. I like that. And I do think, like what me CJ was saying, Jalen, we were talking about how if you're private, what comes with that is you got to expect the ignorance of others. And with that correction has to come grace because they don't know what they don't know. Right. And so I actually I'm about like you, Jalen. Like I was telling, I think even CJ agrees. Like, I think all three of us are the same this way. Like we're just very private people. So if you don't know, you probably ain't supposed to. What's up, Keisha?
I'm so private, and this is probably bad. I'm so private. I think I've said this before. Only one man has ever met my mother or my family. One.
One?
I don't be bringing everybody around because that's how much I care about my family, and that's how serious I take it. So if you get past that threshold, you should know it's serious. This ain't no fuck buddy situation or none of that shit. Like, not everybody knows about you, so it's a family affair. So, that's affair no more.
That makes sense. That makes sense. I like that. I like that.
Oh yeah, so she basically how I am with my dad. If motherfuckers meet my mom, she's a fucking nurse. She probably done seen her before I met you. Like, so that's nothing. You probably done been in the hospital and got to check up with some shit ran her. But my dad, beloved, if I let you be the OG, don't fuck this up. I might swing. All right, it's like don't fuck this up, man. I might crash out. Have North Carolina got to burn out.
It's gonna be a hard life if my mom don't like you.
Bro, my dad is gonna literally decipher you like a fucking rocket science math equation. Like, he's not gonna care. Like, so it's just like, hey, take it with a grain of salt, pepper, and paprika because
it is what it is, though.
If you've been around here this long and you dealing with me, who you think I got it from? All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Prepare yourself.
I like that. That makes sense. I like that. Hey, Jalen, what you think about this premise? I said this at the start of the show. I'm trying to see if over time it's going to change based on these videos and how we talking through it. My premise was if you are over 30 and you are not marriage minded, I don't see the reason why you should be looking for a boyfriend or a girlfriend. Do you agree with that? Or do you think I'm off?
As a person who is under 30, proudly.
Bruh.
All you old fucks need to stop calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend. I don't get it. It sounds weird. It sounds like you having a midlife crisis.
It sounds weird as crazy.
It does. Like, even my mom, she don't say like boyfriend. She says she'll say this is my friend. Or she'll say like this is my man. She won't say boyfriend.
Okay. No, but I'm taking it a step further, Jalen. I'm saying don't even put that as an option if you ain't thinking about married. Why do you even have any of it?
Oh, yeah, that too. Just have fuck buddies. I don't get the point.
Yeah. See? What I say, be here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, like I still struggle with the idea that if I am over 30 and I know in my brain I don't want to get married, what the fuck I ain't finna do is even progress a step that way if I know that ain't what my bag. Like, it don't make sense to me. Why would you?
It makes sense if you're selfish and you want to lock the like you know the conspiracy theory about how I saw this on a male podcast, so y'all can't say this is woman centric because this was a man that said it. It's the Grits and Eggs podcast. Have y'all ever heard of that?
Yeah.
I love him. He said that men be trapping women with babies to keep them. They be impregnating them to keep them around permanently.
Okay.
As crazy as that
collecting them like
sounding,
Pokemon. Specifically, he said Pokemon.
Yeah, as crazy as that statement is, the only reason why I never argue against it is because I personally know a guy that purposely did that. He purposely did that. Not once, but twice, meaning two different women. So it's just like I can't even argue against because I literally know two guys that done it. I know people that done it.
And I think that to your point, CJ, what makes it deeper than just a trap is it's like the baby in a brain in a man's brain. It's almost as if the baby in their minds always give them access, be it sexually, be it over time. Like, I think that's kind of what happens. Is like the thought behind it is, yeah, I want you to have my kid, but I also know whether we break up or not, the baby, the logic is you're still around me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna still have to deal with you whether you want to or not. And so I think it's even deeper than I want to get out my baby. I think that can play to a level of control, especially if they ain't got commitment. So honestly, Jalen, as wild as it sounds, I actually can understand that logic. That makes sense to me.
So it might be a stretch, but I apply that logic to like the boyfriend and girlfriend title. Like, I feel like it's a just shut up title. Same way like some people propose, it's like a shut up title. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just to keep that person on the hook.
Okay.
Because you're expressing that you want it so bad, Like obviously that person already knows how to, keep you on the hook. He could do whatever the fuck he wants to do as long as you get to call him your boyfriend or as long as you get to call him your fiance.
Yeah. But peep though,
that
Jalen.
that shut up part is real.
That shut up part is real. But think about it, like engagement means just that. That means that at a future date, this is what like we are engaged to, you know what I'm saying, to actually form the union. So even the word itself, it would be wild to do that to somebody and make them shut the fuck up. But I definitely understand what you're saying because it's a way to keep whatever we got going on the way it is. So I do think that is as wild as it is. I can't disagree.
Yeah. That's why you really, as much as you may like that person, you really just gotta stay chill. You can't, like, he could be a good guy, but even good people take advantage of things.
Okay.
Yeah, like, and it may not even be intentional, but it's such an easy, like, situation. He might just take it. Just to shut you up. He might just take it. Like, oh, this is all she needs to like not be complaining all day. Okay,
I'll get this
let me
to
propose.
Damn.
Cold.
That's cold. Also, man, for everybody that's watching on the YouTube link to where it is a mobile app, I do apologize. The framing might look a little weird, but I promise y'all we are all on screen. And if you watch from the full platform, you'll get to see all of our beautiful smiling faces, and it won't look so distorted. I'm looking at both of them now. Like I'm never choosing this option to stream y'all again. Mobile app shit look crazy on the side. Like we are cut off and cropped in ways I cannot explain, nor do I care to.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the edit thing don't look crazy later.
Oh no, because again, I also have the option to where it's full screen. So if you're watching, I do apologize if you see the cropped because again, that was an option. I'm playing around the StreamYard.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. I see it now. Oh
yeah, it looks
bad.
weird as hell. Yeah, don't choose the
who wants that?
Option. It's weird, yo. I thought I tried. TV is crazy scam. That's crazy, bro. So if you watch it on your phone, it looks crazy, but I promise you there's another alternative app or link if you go to the SPS podcast, the way you can see the full stream. So I want y'all to think that we up here wilding out. Anybody on Facebook, you should be good. I think I did create that format and widescreen, so that one should be cool. But it's the first and last time I'll do this because that shit but anyway, back to the questions, man. Back to the topics, y'all. We're gonna keep looking up, man. I like this. So my next question, and then we'll go question and video. So, Jalen, can you be wife material without ever wanting to get married, though? Is that possible?
Yes. It's all about the qualities you possess as a woman. It's not about whether you want to get married. It's what you exude as a person.
I like how you answered that. Okay.
Yeah.
That logically makes sense. Can you be wife material without ever wanting to get married? CJ, what do you think?
I'm gonna agree. I hate running. It's literally my best quality though. It's literally my best quality. You see me in the field, I'll run all day. I'll outrun most people. I will run until your fucking heart gives out. But guess what? I hate running. But it's literally what I'm built for. I'm literally built for that shit. So just because you don't like it, don't mean you don't have the quality sport. It's just physically or whatever assets are tied to you, it's a part of you. But mentally, you like fuck that shit.
Oh.
So it makes sense.
It makes sense that you could be wife material without ever wanting to get married.
One to actually be the wife. Like you probably got the appeal, you probably got the mindset, you probably can cook, clean, you're probably stress free. Whatever things that a person views as like wife materials, the most common things, not the outlandish shit, but the most common things that people view as wifey material, you probably fall under all those things. But yeah, you over here like marriage, ill. So it makes sense.
The best woman example I could think of is Maya I watch Melissa Ford's podcast too. She has a podcast.
Yeah.
She be having all the baddies on there. Maya did a podcast with her, and she said, like, I never wanted to be a wife. I never wanted kids. And all of these men were groveling at this woman's feet. She's been proposed to I don't know how many freaking times.
Yo.
And yet she's made it clear she never wanted that. She went so far to marry herself.
Yeah.
The girl married herself a couple years ago.
Yep.
So yes, you can't exude it and never want it.
I don't know, Jayla. It'd be a hard for me. I'm about to go into my delusion land, so y'all gonna have to just wait on the other side.
Oh shit.
Reality. Fuck that. Maya. Yeah. If I was a dude that was in Maya's social circle, I wouldn't be hearing all that. I'm married to myself bullshit. Like, you a fucking lie. Hey, come on, what's good with it though? Like, I would apply pressure to something like that. Because like you said, that is the perfect example, Jalen, of wife material, but not wanting to get married. And I think the reason why I would pursue it so hard and double down on it is because you know that who she truly is isn't influenced by anything other than who she is, right? Now, the other side of that is because I think a lot of people say that shit and don't mean it, that would give me the confidence to say delusional and be like, yeah, you might be one of the ones that you just are afraid of what you don't know. And that would make myself delusional to keep pursuing it. Because everybody say, I don't want to get married until somebody proposes to your motherfucking ass, right? And again, and as fucked up as it sounds, I think that how she's conducted herself based on what we know publicly, right? Because I don't know this lady. Let's be clear. I don't run around chasing celebrities, no fucking way. But how she presents, how she speaks, her lifestyle, her life choices. Yeah, she's wife material. And so if I was in a, if I was around her and I was attracted to her, of course, I'm gonna be like, yo, what you ever think about? Like, because everything will line up for me. So I think that is a perfect answer to this question, but my delusional ass would at least apply enough pressure, and she would have to blatantly tell me no. Fuck what you told them other niggas. Fuck what you told Melissa Ford. You have to tell me no.
Because I mean, you just gonna fall under the rest of them then.
Even Melissa too. Now, granted, Melissa's more controversial because she was a video girl, whatever. I don't. I'm not a man though, but I wouldn't consider that like a elimination.
That'll kick
but
you
even
off
Melissa Ford, the girl is intelligent as fuck. I don't know if y'all ever heard her speak, but she uses vocabulary words I had never used in my life, have never heard in the 21st century. Like, the girl is emotionally intelligent. And even she's talked about how she's been engaged, proposed to, and the men, and this is where she falls, but the men were lacking for her. Like, she just never got to the point of like getting married, and now she's accepted just being a cat lady. And I guess just being with men in whatever context that she deems viable.
Yeah.
Strata, question for you.
Okay.
Would you consider Erykah Badu to be wife material?
No.
Why not?
Because he's not spiritual enough.
No, I'm actually giving spiritual shit. Like you said, I'm with all that earthy shit as long as you don't be trying to convert me in the process. But I think that with Erykah Badu, what I've noticed about her is the spiritual part wouldn't throw me. It's her frame of mind. Like with the interviews I've seen with her, I think she's past a level of quirky, and I think that's what makes her dangerous because some might look at her and be like, she a little off. No, she believe that shit. Like with her, I know it's not a front, and she believes that shit. But I think that some of the things I've heard her say in interviews is so fucking wild that I wouldn't want to go any further than what I've seen with her from interviews. It ain't enough there for me to be curious about shit. I know how she has turned these niggas the fuck out. She has made every nigga go from something to a sandal wearing nigga. I do not
Moon
want to.
and the Stars. Andre
Yeah,
3000 plays a flute or what's that thing?
She's a man eater, yo. I'm cool, dog.
Common used to be a real Chi-Town rapper. And that nigga became poetic justice.
Oh God, bro, that nigga put on a beanie and
But he
turned
makes
back,
Jennifer Hudson very happy. I mean, they look. Hey,
That's Jennifer Hudson. Now we talking about Common before he met Erykah Badu. He was a hood nigga.
He was a shy
What
nigga for
happened?
real, like, real shy
he
town nigga.
retired. You know, Erykah
No,
Badu
he
gave him
retired.
some.
The Common that everybody knows in rap wasn't the Common that people that really knew Common before he met Erykah. Like the Common that became popular is the one that met Erykah.
That's a fact, bro. And like I said, man, once this lady found a way to make her vaginal essence a incense, no, CJ, no.
And she ain't never been married neither.
Yeah, don't want no parts of it. And I don't think that's like you said, that's the duality that exists to me. This is why I don't think that this applies to every woman that hasn't been married. Because I don't think all of them are wife material. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I like that distinction of bringing in a Maya into the conversation versus an Erykah Badu.
Yeah, right. That's why I brought her in. Because I'm like, Maya, she walked and talked like a real wife material. And she is who she is today. Yep. But Erykah literally got niggas fighting out the palm of her hand. I've never viewed Erykah Badu as wifey material. And I was like, nah, think about it. To my knowledge, I don't think she's ever even been married. And she's literally had some big names in relationships.
She has kids and all. Like big names, doesn't she?
Huh?
Yeah.
She has kids with big name, like
yeah. Hell yeah.
Maya is not wife material. I'm offended. And I'm not even a lesbian, and I'm offended.
Why Maya is not wifey material?
Breakdown, bro. Because I think that you said pretty don't mean marriage. You said that earlier, right? And I think that
that's a lie.
Yes, an open panel, Slim. You can hit the link, bro. I'll repost it again for you to need it. I think that what confuses people a lot of times is Maya's demeanor and her temperament is what I was talking about. I wasn't even talking about how she looked. But you gotta consider a few things.
That's why I said the way she carry herself, that made her already in first place.
Mm-hmm. The fact that she cleaned up her diet and eating habits was huge. The fact she's been celibate for this long means she's at least intentional on not racking up bodies. She's soft-spoken, her poise, her demeanor, her intelligence. Like there's a lot of things that go into this womanhood shit that are intangibles. Now, yes, she is a very attractive woman. So we're not even going to act like you don't have eyeballs, right? She's very, very pretty.
Yeah.
But that ain't what I would say that for. Because I know a lot of pretty women.
Pretty motherfuckers that ain't worth a damn.
That will never be wise, for sure.
This is why I don't understand why like men don't like or appreciate older women. Because like obviously not all older women exude that, right? But like Maya specifically is like womanhood personified outside of what a man deems womanhood to be.
I'll give you that. But
like
go ahead. My bad.
She is like the pinnacle, in my opinion, of evolving as a woman. Because where she started is not how she is today. She didn't start this way.
That's a fact.
So I don't know. I don't know why he's saying she's not wife material, but whatever.
And I think the consistency makes it real for somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that it's been consistently this, that makes it real.
Was a constant evolution to be better. It wasn't like overnight I'm converting to being a Muslim or some shit like Brittany Renner. Like it was evolution over time. And now we see Brittany Renner reconverted to being a thought, but whatever.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense neither.
Yeah, I get that. But let's get DC Slim in and then we'll go to Scam Likely. Slim, what's up, brother? How you doing this evening?
Hey, lady and gentlemen, what it do, y'all? What it do?
What's good, brother? How you, man?
Hey, I'm good, man. Y'all threw me off with that Maya jump. Look, Maya from Ran Away, right? She good peoples, right? But I think y'all doing that because she pretty, all right? And you know, like pretty chicks and famous chicks can't really be wife material because they got obligations to the public. Like you won't get their undivided attention. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to understand where y'all going with this, right? Because marriage can be overrated, but calling somebody girlfriend and boyfriend, it's really nothing wrong with that because that's just what they are. You know what I'm saying? Now, it's a lot of people that's older, like me and my peoples, right? I call her my wife. We ain't married though. We've been together for 25 years. Now, I understand, everybody want that word under their joint, right? But sometimes
Yeah.
people just be rolling with the flow. If you financially straight and she got your name for the insurance policy and your name on her, y'all pretty much good. Relationship is just a relationship. The marriage part is for the government.
I wish it wasn't a factor, but I do think beauty plays a part in men picking a wife because I don't see a lot of men walking around with a woman that looks like Leslie Jones, masculine and hard looking in the face. So
Hold up,
yes,
hold up.
beauty does play a part
Hold up. Let me cut you
in
off.
men picking a wife.
I think you went to the extreme though, because I can't
That's
tell you this.
Leslie Jones is not an extreme. There are plenty of black women that
Hold
look
up,
like Leslie Jones.
hold up.
I got
Leslie
pushback
Jones is the
myself.
bottom of the bucket. Okay,
Yeah.
How
Maya
is she
is
the
the
bottom
top.
of? I'm
Now
talking
hold
about
up. Listen,
looks.
listen.
Hey,
I'm
but
talking
Pete,
Let me
about
let me let me show
yeah,
you
but
looks.
something.
hold on, y'all. I don't want y'all to get caught on the example. Let's stick to the
Yeah.
premise. So,
The
DC,
premise basically,
uh-huh.
what
You
I'm
have
saying is, it's a middle ground. So you got
okay.
Maya, then you got the other chick. 90% of men that you see are married to average chicks. Okay, most of the dudes their wives are not tens. They are probably sevens and under. Okay, with cranking bodies. Okay, you most women that is gorgeous. No, they not nobody is marrying them because they understand that they are available to everybody. Now I hope don't nobody take that the wrong way, but you don't see a lot of men married to a 10. You can't name
I,
on one finger men married to a 10.
Okay.
so
So,
Maya being beautiful, it's like
right.
an additive, right? I
Yeah.
don't like that's not the main reason why I use Maya as an example. I use Maya as an example because she exudes being a wife because of her emotional intelligence, the way she can compartmentalize herself and be able to improve herself, which we've seen over time. She's talented as fuck. She's on her shit. I don't see why wouldn't you want to marry Maya outside
You
of the
know
fact that
why?
she does not want to be married and she doesn't want kids.
Nah, you know why ain't nobody married Maya? Because that's a facade. See, she still ain't got
She's
no
been
man
proposed
now.
to plenty of times.
But listen, that's
And
what I say. The example that you are using is not fair. Because she's a very pretty woman, a lot of people think that she should be scooped up. But the problem is when she start talking, right? And some of her actions will make you say, nah, I don't know if I want to give her my life insurance policy. Now, she's
I
good to
got
walk around with.
I
But
got
see, that's why I
pushback.
say we gotta understand what we're doing here when we use Maya as the standard. She is definitely not the standard. A regular looking chick is the standard.
All right. So
I feel like
slow down.
you're
Let's
focused
stay
on
right
what
there. Let's stay
she
right
looks
there.
like and not what I
Right.
said about her
So,
personality. But okay.
I got you, Jalen. So, Pete, I'm a. If you look at the bottom of the screen, I'm gonna tell you why. When Jalen said it, she's a perfect example because the question is, can you be wife material without ever wanting to get married? Now, I can't argue what I don't know about her, right? So, if you know her personally, you got a little bit more information than me. But from what at least she said publicly, I think that to Jalen's point, her emotional intelligence, the fact she's changed her eating, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's celibate. Like she carries herself whenever I see her with class and womanhood, personified type shit. So in my brain, those are all things I would look for in a wife. Now, mind you,
Are
think
you
about this.
sure though? Hold up. She said
Go
you
ahead.
said celibate. How do you get a man if you celibate? Now everything that you saying she doing, she still ain't got a man. So
Right.
everything that she
Right.
doing is not good enough for her
But Pete,
somebody to marry her. What she's doing is
right.
for her own
Pete.
self-preservation.
But Pete, that's the thing though, Slim. She has admitted that she don't want to be married or with anybody, which is why she's single. It's not because there ain't no options. She has said, no, I don't want to be married. I don't want no kids. I don't want to do none of that. So that's why I said, based on how I framed the question, I think she's the perfect example, even if we taken out her attractiveness. Because you got to think, even in all the qualities I named, Slim, I said nothing about how she looked.
Well, but if you're saying all of this, you're basically saying she doesn't want to get married. So why are we trying to make her marriage material? It go back to what I just said. She knows she's gorgeous. She don't need to marry nobody. You see what I'm saying? So everything that you name that she's doing is for her. You know, she trying to go to heaven. She ain't trying to get a husband. You know what I'm saying? That's her own self thing. But if you take a regular standard chick that most dudes get with, you don't get with her expecting to be married to her. You eventually just fall in love with her, and once she don't start returning them calls, you get to tripping. Now that's a regular looking chick.
All right, now try this, DC Slim. One more thing. Based on the question at the bottom, do you agree with that question? Let's start there. Can you be wifey material as a woman without ever getting married? Do you think that's possible, celebrities aside? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I think me and my woman is the prime example of that. I've been with her for 25 years and we are not married. Now, we don't sit around and talk about like marriage. Like we got a house together, we invest together, we do everything. Only thing is it's not nothing on a piece of paper where we walk around with the same last name. But I'm on all the other paperwork. She on all the other paperwork. So once again, marriage can be overrated. Marriage, to be honest with you, dog, you need to have money to really pull that off. Like some people just happen to be together because they need that half on the rent. And y'all just happen to fall in love with it, just work it out as a partnership.
All right. So I got one follow-up question. I'm gonna get Scam in there, Free Zone, and I want to get Jalen's response because I don't want to move too quick. But you're saying some good stuff that I would love to delve in deeper. So my only follow-up question to you is: you said that you all are not married, and if it's two person, you don't have to answer. But is that something that she wants that you just don't believe with the state, or does she agree with you? That's nothing she ever wanted from you. She never wanted to get married either.
Now we talked about it. I'm gonna keep it real with you. We had a conversation a long time ago. It's like a one-up thing, right? So we actually doing better than the couples that's married. So at the end of the day, once again, I ask you, what is the reason for marriage besides the ring and just the government part? Because if you love somebody, dog, you don't need nobody to like solidify it. And that's kind of what these conversations do and marriage do. It's like saying a marriage is a Louis Vuitton bag, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's just a high price item. And I think when we look at this with women, look, love is just love, dog. You know, we make it more complicated. I hope y'all understand what I'm saying, dog.
I understand. I don't necessarily hold the same sentiments, but I do get your point. Now I don't want to belabor it too bad because I still want to get Scam in and I want to get Free Zone Lou. So Scam, based on what you're hearing, where do you fall with answering the question below? Can a woman be wifey material or be a wife material without ever wanting to get married? Is that possible?
Yes.
Tell me how. Or why?
You can have the qualities or most of the quality. Here's the thing. People act like there's this checklist and you got to score this 80% or 90% or higher or you're not worthy. That's not true.
Right.
The very people grading these so-called men that doing all this talking about women got to do are scoring 20s every day. Listen to them or watch them. We don't live in this world that they say exists. It's a lie.
Touche.
And us who live in reality know that. If you don't believe me, go to Walmart tomorrow and just watch people. Go to the mall. Where these people at? Where these people holding these fake standards? And honestly, in 1972, they weren't holding them back then either. CJ, you and Bino, I give y'all another 3 weeks. Y'all are going to finally come up and say, look, man, men love hoes. They love them. I give you another month. You could be like, Scam. All right, man. Strata knows. Y'all are going to give in. They love hoes. Not just like them. Love, want to marry. Jump out the window for them. Doing 20 years behind them. hoes. I'm starting to think it's over 50%. But anyway,
use a hoe.
Yeah, you can. I forgot what my main point was. Something.
Yeah, man, you over here
You
trying
said
to make
the
multiple points and
quality.
shit.
Jalen said I was
It was
pushing.
probably Dusty.
No, something
talking
you had
about
said
white
earlier I was
people.
going to push back on.
You said it was possible. Yeah, you think it was possible.
Yeah, it's possible. You are. And then there's light in somebody and there's a darkness in somebody. When you put them with somebody, sometimes you can pull some more light. You put them with Slick Dick Tony, it might pull some more dark, and you see him a different way.
Christ.
Okay. I'll take that one because I like it. It was at least a line of your point. I like that scale.
Yeah.
Free zone. What's up, brother?
And I'm gonna remember my point, Jalen. I'm gonna come back and get in fire.
Okay, Dust. All right, Dust.
That is funny. Hey, Free Zone Lou, what's good, brother?
What's good? What's good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, you coming in clear. I think we might have just lost you. Mic check. Give me a mic check, Free Zone.
Mic check.
There you go.
All right, bet. To the question, that is a really good question. Can you be wife material without ever wanting to be married? I'm going to say it sounds good in theory, but I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Because like wanting commitment is a huge part in what is considered wife material. Wife material isn't just those quality traits. It has to, like, there's intent, there's direction. It's not just these qualities. You know what I mean? That's like, that would be like me saying that I have the traits to be a world-class athlete, but I don't want to play no sport.
So we talking potential versus reality and trajectory?
Yeah, wanting to be committed to somebody is a vital part of being wife material.
You could want to be committed to somebody and still not be the material to be getting married. People do it every day.
You could, but you could also have all of the qualities and not want to be married. That doesn't make you wife material at all either.
But you're adding it. See, people. This is where I get like frustrated, right? Because people don't be getting into marriage being 100% of anything. You
No, I
don't have
wasn't saying
100%
that.
of the. Well, then why, if she's missing one piece, why does that automatically not? Like, why does that disqualify her?
I think being committed to your husband is a huge part of being a wife.
Monogamy
I don't think you can.
solves that.
What?
You being monogamous and committed to monogamy solves that.
I don't understand what you're saying.
You could be a monogamous person and be committed to that person because you're monogamous.
What does that have to do with what I'm saying, though?
You're talking about commitment. What do you mean?
Yeah, a wife that doesn't want to be committed in a marriage is not wife material.
Okay,
can we do something here, fellas, ladies and gentlemen? Can we the word commitment by itself and marriage, you cannot put them two together. Like, they can only go together when the marriage occurs, but commitment in general does not take marriage to go with that. Do y'all agree with that? Because I
No.
think a dude, put it like this: dudes are committed to Jordans and Nikes. They won't wear nothing else, so you're not going to cheat to a brand. So that's a commitment. But you're committed because of the quality that Nike and Jordan delivers. Now, if this woman is committed to you, you know she ain't cheating. She cook for you every night. She's doing exactly what a wife does, but you just don't say I do. What the hell is wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, but you're not married. That's not even remotely the same thing at all.
Yeah, let
period.
me add another layer to it, Slim. Because I prescribe to the Bible, I think that when you're introducing a religious component to this, an obligation, I think that makes it a step above, and it takes it from casual to duty. So, for example, right, Slim, you've been with your old lady, right? And I say old lady not to be disrespectful. That's just what I use.
Man, you good, man. I'm an old head, man. Yeah. That's what I call her anyway.
Oh, for sure, yeah. So you know what I'm saying, right? So you with your old lady now, right?
Yeah.
If y'all don't have any religious sentiments, she can wake up tomorrow and say, I'm done. Or you could do the same. Maybe like, I don't want to do this no more, right? Now, under the biblical sentiments of the law, biblically speaking, the only way that happens is through adultery, right? So I think that to Free Zone's point, when he adds that layer of commitment, to me, that is a piece of a separation when we're talking about long-term boyfriend, girlfriend. Now, I'm not saying whether one is right or wrong. So that's not what the show is about to judge. It's just about to me to walk down. Why do you think about it that way? So in my brain, Slim, I go boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, wife, because my end goal was to get the wife anyway. But I'll take these progressive steps to get there because I'm marriage minded. But, and let me ask you your thoughts on this, and I'm gonna get to a video. So Slim, what do you think about my premise I said earlier, which is if you're over 30 and if you're not marriage minded, I don't think you should be boyfriend or girlfriend. I don't think you should call it anything. Do you agree or disagree with that?
Man, I full-fledged 100% disagree.
Okay,
now, look,
tell me why.
Going back to this biblical thing that you did. Now, don't take that the wrong way.
Oh no, you good, bro. I'm just talking.
I'm not a religious man, okay? All right, but I understand those books, but I don't read them the same way everybody else. What you did was add politics in it. Because you're a biblical person, somebody told you that the rule is you're supposed to marry this person, right? Naturally, okay? If you just love somebody, you just go with the flow. All right. Now, to say that somebody got to be a certain age to be somebody's boyfriend, I think what we're doing is we playing. Damn, I'm high as shit. I'm messing up the word.
So semantics.
So we can't. So at the end of the day, if two people been together for 40 years and you know people like this and they love each other to death, what you gonna say? What you gonna say? They shouldn't be together just because they not married? No, they love it. They have a spiritual connection. Here's your God part, right? They're spiritually connected. So if they can roll with that, let them be. The finances is the marriage part. Marriage is like that's the Super Bowl. I mean, if I can make it to the playoffs for the next 20 years, I think I got a good team.
Anybody agree or disagree?
I would.
I'm neutral. Well, go ahead, Free Zone. I'll go after you.
I mean, per your example, bro. I would rather. That's a bad example, man. Because I'm gonna tell you what I want to say based on that example. You're further ahead losing in the Super Bowl than constantly losing just staying in the playoffs, provided that your assets are protected and all that stuff. But I don't have an issue with. I don't disagree with what you're saying. I just don't think that, like, when you say marriage is pretty much overrated and all that stuff, it's really not. It's not. It's just not the same thing. It's like you're trying to downplay. You're trying to downplay marriage because you got this thing going on, and that's no shot at you the thing you have going on. It works for you.
I'm glad you said that. I'm not downplaying marriage. What I am downplaying is the fascination of marriage. And the propped upness, like the extra of it. Because if you look at any other country, most other countries, if I went to Africa right now and we grew up in a village, man, we'll have a ceremony, but we're not going to have an American marriage. In America, that is a standard, okay? That kind of solidify you as like an American citizen. I got a house, a car, and a wife. You be up in, now you go to this little bracket. But you know what? You can marry her, but guess what? The same thing she could do to me while I'm single, she could do all of that while I'm married. She could cheat on me. She can wake up tomorrow and say she don't like it. Only reason why we're bonded together for the marriage part is a piece of paper. When she walk out the door, she get to take everything. So that's not love. That's business. Am I right or wrong?
Wrong.
I think
right on a line. Right.
Yeah.
Kind of right, but kind of wrong.
Well, I ain't gonna argue that. I was gonna go into something different.
I don't want to pick at that, but go ahead, Scam.
Part of what Strata was saying, It's kind of opinionated.
Yeah, for sure.
What it marriage in connection with the Bible is supposed to be the man submitted to God, leading the woman towards like, hey, we're going in this direction.
Salvation.
Following the Bible. I mean, he believed it, she believed it. It does not substitute, and this is just call it modern thinking or whatever. This is my opinion. That don't substitute for the actual relationship. If she don't like you, you can't use. You can try, but good luck beating her over the head with the Bible and saying because God said so. I need some
It ain't
booty.
gonna work.
It's gonna be a problem.
I'll give you that.
But
well said. Well
the
said.
Bible is supposed to be as a tool or one a way of life, and it's supposed to be something that you both believe in. Therefore, helping you connect and make the relationship. It's supposed to be a tool connecting and working, helping work the relationship.
Right.
Meaning there's
and it's and
here,
also
there's the
it's
Bible
only as
there. Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, in addition to what you're saying, it's only as effective as the culture that surrounds it. So if you don't have a further culture that further insulates that, whether it be not, and I'm not talking about just to the all the way to the level of the state, right? Because even within this country, you have highly religious groups whose divorce rates are very, very low because you have a community of people that keep that culture insulated. So I mean, the women are more than welcome to leave, but it's kind of like this: hey, if you leave, you can never come back.
Well, here's the deal: we can cover up relationships with laws and all kind of fake band-aids, and they're doing that in a lot of other countries. They were doing it in this country, to be honest.
Yeah,
these weren't relationships. There was somebody held captive in their own household. And the government and all kind of other stuff. And that's why they fell apart. And that's why the world looks the way it does. I don't know. I guess call me modern or whatever. I ain't going up to no man buying his daughter with cattle. I want the woman to actually like me. And I want to really be connected. That's what you're going to get the best out of the woman anyway. Versus all this trickery and 5 attorneys in the living room, 2 police officers out in the bushes. Or beating her over the head and all this trickery stuff. Well, that's the way I see it because that's how I grew up. I was born in 1980. I'm trying to stay on track.
You cool. And what you think about this, Kim? Do you think that, all right, so I believe in God, right? Let's start there. And so the Bible has a list of instructions that helps me worship him better, right?
Okay.
Now, do you think that in the earth, that we have lost faith and belief in God and that our only faith and belief is in the laws, which is why you have somebody like Slim, like I'm not subscribing to this shit because this seems to be following more of the laws of the land, regardless of whatever he believes in spiritually, right? Do you see how that can maybe cause a disconnect and fear in the world we live in because we have stopped believing in the Most High? And we're kind of relying on other old white men that don't look like us to tell us what is and what ain't right.
I see it in different angles. I can understand, though I don't agree with Slim's side, but hey, I'm a Christian, so I'm not supposed to agree. But I do agree in rocking relationship. If you and your woman are rocking, what I'm gonna do? Come in there and throw a Bible in the living room and say, "Oh, I mean, if it's working, it's working." If they're connected, they believe in the same things. Their finances, they energy, and everything is cool. I can't come and take it away. All I can say is, "Hey, I believe in God. I wish you would too." That's all I can put into it.
How did
I don't
we get
argue
to
so much about the state thing because at the end of the day, you got a state driver's license. You fill out a state tax form. So we believe in the state we want to, and we don't. But whatever, if it's working, I'm not going to be the one to throw something and say. And he does have a point. There's married people with the paper, and their relationship ain't shit.
Yeah. Like you said, that's why I can't even really push back too much on what Slim is saying. But let's get Jalen in there because I think she came off mic, and I do want to play this video for y'all. Okay. But Jalen, what you got?
I don't know how we got on the topic of God.
That was me.
But,
praise God.
Because honestly, it's not like we follow the actual way of how to get married in the first place. by the biblical
Touche.
commandments.
Yeah.
So God ain't in it anyway. Which is why I don't like, as much as we want to force people to get married a certain way and to do things a certain way, they're not. Okay? The people that are supposed to be married aren't getting married. The people that aren't supposed to be getting married are getting married. So that's why the question, I feel like you can exude being a wife without ever wanting to get married, because the world is backwards and nothing is going right anyway.
I like it. CJ,
Hey,
you've been quiet.
can I ask Jalen a quick question?
Yeah, sure. And then we'll get CJ in there. What you got, Sam?
I assume you can separate that individual versus community wise, right? As a whole, shit sucks. We can agree. You're saying there still are individuals doing it right, and that's cool. And I'm trying to get where you're saying like people doing it the wrong, ungodly. Are you saying some of them are working that are doing it the wrong way?
I'm saying that if you believe in biblical commandments and you believe in that law, you are doing it. There is a right and wrong way to do it. Everybody who's getting married, it doesn't, just because you get married, it doesn't necessarily mean it was ordained by God. Even if you said, under God, I'm getting married, and you said the vows, that doesn't mean God approved of this marriage.
I got you.
Yeah, I can agree with that. That's fair.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. CJ, what you think, bro? I know you've been listening, and then we'll get you in, Slim.
Man, the biggest couple, and I know I've said it before, that will always have the biggest respect from me out of every couple I've ever seen growing up, every relationship, whether celebrity or real life, will be my Uncle Jimmy and my Charlene, who passed away. They never were actually married on paper, but they were together and called themselves husband and wife long before I was born, long before my mom joined the army. My Uncle Jimmy knew Charlene when he was 20. My Uncle Jimmy's like 20 years older than my mom. So he as long as I've existed, way before that, they was together. When she died, that man died like a month later from basically heartache or whatever you want to call it. But they were never married. But they were a couple for an excessively long time. I don't know anything outside them. My best version of a married couple and a happy couple that went through thick and thin, through hell with no water, was them. And Charlene wasn't very religious at all. Uncle Jimmy was a man of God, but Charlene was not. So it's like whether you throw the religion in there or whether you don't, it's all, at the end of the day, if two people are more than willing to be with each other for any and all things, that's them. That's their choice. That's their life to be together. Because at the end of the day, when people are together for religion, they're together with a motivative thing behind it. That's what that religion is. So there's always something or some type of groundwork that you might have placed. The only difference between a person that's being married and being together for so long, or being committed to each other for so long, with religion or without, is because you got this quote unquote blueprint that you can follow, while the other people just said, "Man, we're gonna figure it out our damn self," and it still worked. So it's not a guarantee for everybody, but if it works for them, it works for them. That's how I look at it.
Okay. Slim, I think you came off mic before CJ was going to speak. You got something you want to add, brother, before we get to the video?
Hey, let me tell y'all something. God don't deal with human affairs, man. I really want y'all to think about that, man. You don't do nothing because God told you to do it. If you doing that, that means you ain't paying attention. All right. Now, what I'm saying is, look, dog, everybody can throw every book in anything that they want, right? At the end of the day, in all of those books, the marriage is spiritual. It ain't got nothing to do with no document, no blood being shed, or none of that. All right. It's spiritual. Just like he said, his peoples found out that they loved each other. And they just said, look, we're going to ride this out. We don't need the government. Now, people, what's the good part about that? Back then, we didn't have No shot to the show. YouTube and cell phones to judge everybody's lives. Life was great. Most of our parents and grandparents are not married, dog, and they did fine. So I'm just keeping it right. I just want to let you know, man. God ain't thinking about us, man. God don't deal with human affairs, man. I really want y'all to think about that.
My only pushback is the parents and grandparents, they didn't do great. They didn't.
That's funny. That is funny. Let's get to this clip, man, because like you said, I'm gonna let that land. I don't all the way agree with what you're saying, Slim, but I don't want to get hung up on that point, though. I understand why.
Good.
You feel me? And I think that, like you said, you'll find out here, man. I'm not here to create debate content with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just asking these questions. I love the fact we got different perspectives on it. And again, I always love the fact that all of y'all just come up, man. Y'all are great panelists because we always keep it cordial. We're going to disagree, but I'm not trying to get stuck in no 5-hour stream and nobody move. You feel me? That's just not my bag, you know. But I do appreciate y'all being respectful to each other because I know we got people up here that don't agree on how we answer these questions. But again, like I said, man, y'all, decorum has been top tier. And like I said, I'm as a moderator, that's not my job to be pushing what I believe on none of y'all. But I think it's important for our audience too. We got people that are in all walks of life. And like I said, I think you need to find a prescription that works for you, you know, and figure out a way that makes it work, that makes the most sense to you. Now, I have my own beliefs and sentiments, right? So there's certain things that I'll just disagree with somebody about, depending on how convicted I am. But I do love the fact that I can listen to somebody else, and as opposed to trying to prove you right or wrong, just hear why you're saying what you're saying. I ain't got to agree with it, right? But I also ain't got to argue with you for 20, 45, 2 hours about it neither. You know what I mean? Like, I appreciate y'all being up here this long, man. And with that, I do want to get into this video because I thought it was interesting. And I want to go answering this question. Let's go Jalen, Free Zone, Slim, Scam, and CJ. So we'll start at Jalen in the corner. We'll work our way around, and then we'll get CJ home team last. Y'all ready? Let's do it.
So I would tell any young dude, you have so much time to provide. You know what I'm saying? And then don't let social media convince you that there isn't a difference between girlfriend, fiance, wife.
Right.
There's different stages. Mm-hmm. There's different responsibilities that you have. There's different things that you both are going to agree on. All right. There's no way you could meet a woman, make her your girlfriend, and then automatically provide for her, right? Like she's your wife. Mm-hmm. When the position itself is temporary. So this woman may be with you today, and in 6 months be with somebody else, and you be with somebody else, and then you got to provide for them.
Or she may be with you today, and in a year, she's your fiance. The position, regardless, is temporary.
The position is temporary. Yeah. All right.
And there's that. So wow. Jalen, Lou, Slim, Scam, CJ. Jalen, what were your thoughts on the video?
Jalen,
you still with us? Yo. Going once, going twice. Let's go Free Zone. Free Zone, what you think about the video, bro?
I think that girlfriend and boyfriend is a temporary position. They show up for you see a chick, you invite her onto an interview, you conduct the interview, she looks good for the job, you hire her for said job, you give her then she shows up for on the job training. I think girlfriend boyfriend is like on the job training. It's that 1.5 year period, you know what I'm saying, of OJT or whatever that period is called, you know what I'm talking about, where you spend that time getting onboarded onto the job before you're officially a part of the company.
Okay.
And that's how I look at it. You know what I mean? So
got you. I like it. Slim, what you think about the video, brother?
Man, that Batman straight contradicted itself, and it was all bull. So he said in the beginning, don't go to the internet, don't let the internet change your mind, right? But to me, I think he is just one of the male feminists. That's male feminist talk. Like that conversation is not realistic. Like he's just saying he using pretty words. But once again, we know that relationships work out perfectly fine without somebody saying marriage. To me, I look at him as that's the Kevin Samuels talk. I think he sounds like an internet con man to me. He don't really know relationships. Most of the people that talk like that, they haven't been in relationships. You can tell he ain't never been in one.
Okay. Scam. What you think about the video, bro?
I don't know him, so I don't know how deep he was going. But two things. Number one, if it's a relationship and it ain't gonna work, it don't matter if it's marriage. It don't matter if it's you met her the first day, the 100th day. It ain't gonna work. So no matter what title and how much providing you do, you can do the wrong thing with the right person and right thing with the wrong person and it not work.
Okay. So you're saying progression doesn't matter if it's not right.
It matters, but you get where I'm going with it. Mm-hmm. It's not something to say you have to follow this guideline or because you made her your girlfriend too quick. No, y'all just weren't rocking with each other. That's just what it was. You could have paid all kind of bills and done all this stuff. She ain't like you. She likes CJ. Or you could have not done anything, trying to be hard, like, no, you ain't my girlfriend yet. And that might be the reason. I mean, relationship is relationship. Relationship problems, relationship solutions, not titles and these quick thing, gotta fit this box type of thing.
Okay.
But I'm thinking that's where he was going with what he was saying.
Gotcha. CJ, what do you think about the video?
I got my other point anyway.
No, I think Scam pretty much hit the nail on the coffin. What I was gonna say, it kind of don't matter. It's either gonna work or it don't work. But nothing. When it comes to these relationships, the shit only plays out well. It only works out because both sides did what they needed to do, said what they needed to do, moved accordingly to make shit work. It don't matter if it's boyfriend, girlfriend, my old lady, my old man, married. All that stuff is just title based, but the actions is what really matters. Anybody can threaten you, but they don't mean shit till they actually stab you or pull the trigger. You see what I'm saying? So it's like it's at the end of the day, the actions is what really justifies the means at the end of it.
Okay. I'm back, by the way. I stepped away.
Cool. Did you catch the video?
I did not.
Okay, I'll run it back for you one more time. This is real short, real quick.
Okay.
Let me see if I can edit that. All right, so I'm gonna just give you a rundown real quick. So the premise that the guy was saying was the reason why there are successive steps to marriage is that one is temporary and you're kind of working your way through to the end. So he's saying girlfriend is not like fiance, which isn't like wife. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of the nuts and bolts of what we're saying. So do you agree with that premise that those three stages aren't the same?
No. Unless you're following a religion that tells you otherwise. Okay. No, I don't see how you can define those things in a secular way, considering everybody's already having sex by the second date. Yeah. Everybody's expecting their woman to cook for them as soon as they meet them, or some shit like that. We move in before marriage because we need help with rent. Your girl's asking you to pay her shit because she feels like you the man, you're supposed to pay her bills. So no, I don't think you can differentiate those.
Okay. I ain't gonna lie. I think I agree more with Free Zone Lou. I do think that this is the caveat to how I'm answering this question based off the video. I'm a man that's marriage minded. So to me, the difference is how close we are to the long-term commitment. And that's why the linear progression of girlfriend, fiance, wife makes sense. Because like I told y'all, man, believe in God, getting better with the Bible itself, following the tenements. And again, because I'm marriage minded, it progressively makes sense for me to go through those steps. But I understand what you all are saying, which is if you're not submitted to that then you're out of order. And the scam's point and Slim's point, if it ain't right, it ain't right. And it's, you still have to make the relationship work regardless of the title. So I do understand. Yeah, I understand why y'all saying what you're saying, but I think because my brain is the way it is, I can agree with the video. Now, this is going to take a very sharp left turn, right? So this next video, yeah, y'all know I keep a messy, yeah, I always keep a little messy ass clip. I'm gonna jump straight to the next controversial question. So I think I'm gonna play the clip first, but I'm gonna change the title at the bottom to kind of get you all's brain thinking about where we are going next. So let's watch this video, and we'll keep the same order. And I want y'all to get, I'm gonna get y'all opinion. That's a very short video, and let me know if y'all need me to play it twice. But here we go.
Women are not desirable right now. Everyone's a Kim Kardashian clone. I asked you earlier, what don't men want? And you said promiscuity. Well, that seems about the only thing that's being offered right now. When I open my Instagram and I've got butt cheeks and I'm going, people are like, I don't understand why no one wants to, this woman's been married 4 times. I'm like, well, I can understand it, because even if men think they want it in the short term, when you see a girl, she's half naked, she looks good. Yeah, sure. You probably do want to have sex with her. I bet you're wired that way. You're hardwired that way. Yeah. But then what happens after you have sex with her and you realize that so did 20 other dudes 100%. In the same week, you don't want her.
You nailed it. You absolutely not only nailed it.
It's always
she said what she said.
That was Candace Owens with a real short blurb. And so, Jalen, you can either give me a reaction to the video, or you can answer the question at the bottom, which is marriage still worth it in 2025, or is a long-term partnership enough?
I feel like you know where I fall on that spectrum with the question. I hope. Let me change that. I hope.
I do.
Anyway, that video was bullshit. Men be marrying thoughts, hoes, porn stores, escorts, and everything in between. They be trying to convince themselves they fell in love with a stripper at the club, and they try to marry her. So promiscuity is at an all-time high because men have made it for sale even before we were even thought of or alive or in our father's ball sack. Prostitution is the oldest job, oldest career in the book. Prostitution, whorehouses, being a madam, literally all these things historically, it's like one of the oldest jobs for women. So to act like women in the 21st century cause this problem, no, they did not. We did not cause this problem. I've whipped my whole life not showing my ass on Instagram. And yet, you know, I got women older than me showing their ass on Instagram. So it definitely didn't start with us.
Okay.
Men still be following these women. So I don't get it. Like, if you really are a supporter of promiscuity, I would think you would separate yourself as a man from those said things. But it comes to pass that you can't get past your sexual urges, and you instead become a customer of these said promiscuous women. And then you want to hide it from everybody and act like you just this holier than thou righteous man. Nah, nigga, you the same. You on OnlyFans, you soliciting, you doing all this same shit as the ones you want to say are deplorable. At least the ones that are deplorable are honest and say, you know what? Yeah, I like porn stars. Yeah, I like to see a little ass on Instagram. You know, at least they open with they shit. I don't like the ones that be acting like they different. No, you not different. You not different, sir, just because you do it in the dark, in a closet, with some lotion. No.
That's funny.
You not different.
Lou, that's funny. Lou, what you got, bro? You could either give me your commentary or the question at the bottom, which is marriage still worth it in 2025, or is a long-term partnership enough?
I'll take a stab at both of those. I agree with everything Jay just said. You know what I mean? Like, She's absolutely right. Okay. And that's in regards to the video. Yeah. A nigga wife a hoe up quick. You know what I mean? So, in regards to the question, the question is marriage still worth it? It depends on who you are. I would say for most people, no, it's probably not, because you're secular people. And I think marriage is a religious process. It's more importantly, it's family business. So if you don't have any family, or you come from a dysfunctional family, I don't think you have any business being married.
Damn.
Wow.
Slim, same question. Is marriage still worth it in 2025, or are long-term partnerships enough?
Listen, man, marriage and relationships are the same. I don't care if it's 2092. But the problem today is, and I'm gonna use myself for example. Now I don't cheat on my peoples, but I am a functioning pervert. Okay, all right. I do follow the naked chicks on Instagram and everything. Now the reason why everybody ain't together is because it's too much to offer. Now everybody keep talking about your girl hoeing out. If your girl hoe out, that means you ain't know she was a hoe when you met her. All right. See, it's the context of these relationships on why people leave people is never talked about. It's always, man, make her your wife because she might be a hoe and leave you. Well, she's a hoe and leaving you because you a Bama. You ain't got no money. You can't blow her back out. That's why she leaving. She don't respect you as a man. So most of the dudes that you see interviewing Candace Owens, having these conversations, once again, this is that Kevin Samuels bullshit again, where certain dudes who are lame as fuck think they're entitled to good women. That's not going to happen because that woman knows you're a cornball. Guess what? If she fuck with you, she'll go all out for you, though. Believe me, that's one thing I know for certain for a woman, is she will go all out if she or her peoples. Now, to say that marriage ain't worth it, it ain't worth it if you somebody that's want to be famous. All right, my relationship functions well, and I look at chicks, but I also understand what I go home to. I separate the two, and God ain't got nothing to do with it. That's all my control. So once again, it go back to everything in this world. It's right there at your fingertips. So if I got everything easy to go at, then yeah, my relationship might have a problem if I'm weak-minded.
Okay. Scam. Marriage still worth it, or should we be shooting for these long-term partnerships? Is that enough in 2025?
My opinion, I don't agree with long-term partnership. If you're going to do the thing, do the thing. Yeah. And this is for people who are looking for marriage. But people who are looking for something other, I can't really speak to it. That's just that's not me. If you're gonna marry somebody, marry the person, or aim for marriage, go as close as you can to the best that you can. Marriage does not substitute for relationship. It's supposed to go together. Like it's not this relationship is effed up, so we're gonna get married and then that's gonna fix it. No, right. You're more committed to the same BS that you're already in.
Touche.
Successful marriage only. If you don't have relationship skills, discipline, focus, commitment, you don't have the things, don't go over there in the marriage zone. You don't see 155-pound running backs in the NFL trying to hit the hole. It's a safety hazard. You're gonna get his head taken off. If you ain't built for it, don't go in there. But honestly, people ain't built for that. What we're finding, they ain't built for the hoes either, because that's kind of even getting more dangerous. They getting yanked and spanked. That's what made this internet.
Touche.
You think the marriage is brutal? You see what the hoes is doing to these dudes? Oh
right.
My God.
Hey, $250K a cheek, nigga. What's happening? Niggas tricking off $250K a cheek.
That dude's tricking that ain't even getting the booty they paid for.
Why are we hating on a trick? If he could pay to play, let him do him. You can't hate on his way that he do his thing.
No, here's the deal. If you're gonna be a trick, rent the booty, go to buns.com, cut your check, get your booty, and get up out of there. But these dudes going and bringing their marriage and feeling like 1 out of 3 saying they the tough guy, they go in there with them hoes and they get their lunch ate. Next thing you know, they paying bills, all over the internet, bleeding. The hoes got me, man. I'm telling it, they down bad. Hoes is whipping that ass. Not
Man,
even
ain't
good.
nobody.
Here's the thing, not even the good looking ones.
Man, that's a dog. You know what, man?
Go to the
Instagram
mall.
and the internet.
Let's go
Hey,
slipping in, Jalen.
that's crazy, man. That's a
Go to
myth, dog.
court. Go to court and sit in the back and just
Hey, let
watch
me ask you a
couples that
question.
come up.
Let me ask you a question. Do you look at society, and because it sounds like these conversations are just internet based? Now, when you go out into the real world, right? Because the whores is only on Instagram. Like they're not really. You'll see a 5%. Maybe I give you 10% of the bucket heads in public, but they kind of rule on the internet. So what we can do is it's easier to Monday morning quarterback the whole shit from the internet. But when you out in public, the average man, watch this. Some of y'all lame ass niggas don't even know how to approach a chick no more. So and you wondering why she's a hoe. See, she like me because I make her laugh. And I'm not up in there trying to make her something that she's not. You know, this is my point. When we get into these conversations, everybody like to talk about a woman, what she does. But what everybody is forgetting, she goes off of you. If you're a cornball, she's going to react. Okay. If you doing what you're supposed to be doing, you wouldn't have that problem.
Okay.
I agree with that. And I'm extra because I'm just who I am. But y'all get where I go when I throw this stuff out there.
Yeah, for sure.
Y'all know.
Yeah, you won't never fall. I definitely feel you, Scab. CJ, what's your thoughts, bro? Is marriage still worth it 2025, or is long-term relationships enough nowadays?
I'm gonna say that as long as two people are committed to each other, it should work. Obviously, you're gonna have your highs and lows and all that other good stuff like any other thing in the world, but as long as it's two people committed to each other, it should work. If people need a marriage certificate to justify or motivate them to want to be serious in a relationship, because at the end of the day, marriage ain't nothing but a more legally documented relationship. Boyfriend and girlfriend ain't nothing but a fucking shittier, less legal documented relationship. So if you need that paper saying that y'all married now to motivate you to not be fucked up individual in a relationship, okay. But odds are you probably still gonna be a fucked up individual, or somebody's gonna call quits in the relationship, and then somebody's gonna lose money or gotta pay alimony. Or you get the kid, but I get the dog. Like, it's just extra shit. So at the end of the day, as long as two people actually care about each other, want to be with each other because they give a fuck about each other, fuck all these other things that the internet like to talk about, it'll work. Everything else is just extra shit.
Okay. I like it. Okay. Like, I love the diversity and how everybody answered the question, man. I appreciate it. So, and
Hey,
with that,
let me add one thing to this. I truly think nobody has a value on relationships no more. Because like just listening to how everybody talk, we're not talking about what go on in these relationships. We just keep talking about the beginning and the end. See, this is why all the relationships fucked up, because we just talk about the beginning and the end. No, we're not offering anything to help relationships. We just kind of.
Who's the we that you're referring to? Are you talking about this platform or just the
I'm
internet
saying
in general?
during this conversation, right? It's more about it's character assassination for male and female, but it's not talking about what society is offering these people to make it easily manipulated. So if you're a woman, dog, like I said, if you're sitting here following a bunch of men with a whole lot of money, you're not going to be interested in a regular 9 to 5 dude. I can't really get mad at her for that because that's what society is pushing on her. You know what I'm saying? So this relationship conversation, I'm confused about with all of these shows because I really don't know where they're going. Because we're not offering. Like, I would love to know what anybody on this panel got to say to offer it to make this shit better.
I can respond. I'll make it quick. I'll say this: Strata, CJ, Jalen, and myself. Maybe not. If not today, we do talk about detailed where we went wrong, what we could have done, the dynamic between man and woman. We even throw ourselves in the dust pit, talk about how we screwed ourselves the hell up, what we learned, our bad stuff. We do. Maybe we didn't do it today.
Yeah.
But we have the conversations that are the opposite of all them grift masters, talking all that 50-50s and all that other junk. We do have those conversations. And Strata for sure facilitates those. Maybe
I ain't saying you don't have them, dog. I'm just saying today's topic. I don't want you to think I'm, saying anything before. I'm just saying today, like in the question he asked about 2025, what would be the solution to make marriages better in 2025?
Well, I think the question was posed where it was because we're trying to find a differentiation between wife privileges and girlfriend duties. So the question was framed that way because of the leading topic of the show, which is a difference between the status of boyfriend and girlfriend versus that of marriage. And I get it. I think that when you consume enough content enough times, it's easy to have that assumption that it's all the same. And I think that the scams point, and again, I appreciate that, brother. It means a lot to hear. We get into the nuances of things, right? And we're gonna have a whole conversation honestly. But I did think this was an interesting topic, though, Slim, because I think for far too frequent, ironically, with what you said, that's what we actually did on the show. So we wasn't really focused on the beginning and the end. Scam said it a couple of times. I think Free Zone and Jay, and I think CJ also. We were talking about making the relationship within the title work. That was kind of the take-home point, is that if you don't have the relationship part of this, fuck what you call yourselves. It don't matter because you're going nowhere, right? And that was a bigger point, is that regardless of the title, and that's why I love this panel, because we're all on different sides of it. I think we all had that theme going of the relationship has to endure through commitment, no matter what you call yourselves. So I do think that to me, from listening to y'all, that's what I got from the conversation, is that regardless as to where y'all stood on it, everybody kind of agreed that relationship maintenance, commitment, and time has to be put in if you're going to do any of this, right? So I think I heard something a little different, but
I'll tell you this though, like, because the title is called Finding the Value, right? A big reason why a lot of these relationships don't work is because the heavy preparation isn't done before a relationship is even started.
There you go.
You see what I'm saying? So, like, you're dealing with two people from two completely different walks of life, right?
Yeah.
I did what I did that led me here. My wife did what she did that led her here. And if we both did some wild traumatic stuff, you bring that into a relationship, how you expect it to work? And then people will do that. Worlds collide. The shit don't work. People get wrecked. If they have kids, the kids' lives get wrecked. And then they come up here talking about why an institution didn't work. It's like, nah, you didn't work. You were hustling backwards. You did shit wrong. Nobody told you how to do the shit right. I'm not putting it on you. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just simply stating you were told things were supposed to go a certain way and you realized that they weren't. And that shit play a lot in why a lot of these relationships don't work. And that's why I say a lot of people don't have any business being married, because the foundation that you're building your relationship on isn't going to be strong enough for the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, long term. Especially when you have that easy out, you could just be like, hey, I'm not happy, I'm out. It's not going to work.
Hey, I don't think that's realistic, though. I don't think nobody on this planet, when they meet a chick, man, you ain't doing no background check on her. See, that's why I say, like, everything we sitting here saying, any girl that any of y'all with right now, you met her, you chilled, you smashed, you started liking her, and now y'all together. all of this, it just sounds so perfect. And this coming, dog, I'm 50 years old. I done been in relationships and seen them. It don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? We can Monday morning quarterback this right now, but it don't work like that. That's why relationships still ain't working, because we still promoting the same nonsense.
I get where you're going.
I think I disagree. I'm gonna tell you why I disagree, Slim.
But
I
not
get
just that degree.
going.
Go ahead, my bad. Come on,
I don't agree with it only because I think the reason why we're here is because of what you said. We've been doing the same thing without intention and purpose. That's what got us here. Motherfuckers did exactly what you said. I meet somebody, I fuck them, I kind of like them, don't really know them. Let's put a title on it. And I think that's what got us here, bro. So I think that what you would call Monday morning quarterbacking, to me, that speaks to intention. Meaning we have to be more purposeful because we've been doing it too casual for too long. What do you think
Well,
about
see,
that?
look, when you say casual too long, bro, it has been done the same way for centuries. All right, you like her, you smash her, y'all stay together. You know, you're not sitting there saying, "Oh my God, let me check her credit." Oh my God, is she this? Is she that? Because some of that thought shit about her is why you still like her. Okay, so in a way, it sounds like we're looking for the perfect woman. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's not fair to men. Us as men, we shouldn't be having conversations about women. We should all be talking to each other about how we can be better men to the chicks.
Okay.
But
I don't think that was I don't think that was the discussion. Like, I get what you're saying, and I don't see how that, like, when I married my wife, I did that shit intentionally. I did the research, all that stuff. Our families met each other. Like, and
Hold
I'm
up,
not
y'all.
talking
When
about
you
just
say
like
research,
we just met each other one time. I'm talking about we went on extended. My family and her family, we went on extended trips together to get to
you
know each
you
other
did with
over the
observation,
years.
right?
Okay.
Observation. You observed. You didn't do like
Well, yeah,
background checks.
you accumulate as much information as you can, and then from there you make a decision. Of
Exactly.
course.
Now, if you stay with her after you know she's a clown, right? That's your fault. You
Uh huh.
can't blame her. You see what I'm
I
saying?
agree.
So
Absolutely.
that's my point. I'm
Yeah,
saying at
yeah.
the beginning of all of these relationships, I don't think men know how to be men for a woman so she can respect your manly character. So if you don't even know how to be a man and you start talking to chicks, you don't have a chance.
Right.
I think
I'm not.
there's multiple things that are being said. They're all right, and they're not.
No, I think we just said the same thing, kind of in a different way, because I don't disagree with
Yeah,
anything Slim said. Yeah,
I'm with you,
absolutely.
dog.
I
I'm with
also
you on
think
that.
there's multiple things that
That's a
are all right.
fact.
Like vetting a woman, that matters. Being the man you're supposed to be, that matters. Having the relationship and trying to trump that over the title or trump the title over those things, like all the things do matter. And it also
Hmm.
matters, what does these two individuals need to make the relationship work? So nobody's off. But most
Yeah.
of us do agree with the goofy content where they throw one thing out there. If you didn't do this, you're not a real man.
That's your
You
corny.
don't do this.
Yeah, that shit dumb.
Yeah, that shit going.
Yeah, we know that. Us over here know that.
Right.
Uh huh.
We don't subscribe to that shit, man. Like you said, we
Yeah.
listen to it. It's a click, but we don't do that here. Like you said, we try and get into the minutia, the nuance. And I think that it's important, Slim, that where if we're talking to men, there are gonna be men that's gonna watch this show and is gonna align with what I'm saying. There's men that are gonna watch this show and understand exactly what you're saying. But the part that they can't miss is that it's all intentional, because you don't get to be with your old lady as long as you have without being intentional, and neither does Free Zone Lou as a married man. Like, so there's intention there, right? And that's why I love the fact that it's not even about, see, I told y'all these women ain't shit, or see, I told y'all I shouldn't get married. Like, you feel me? But to
Yeah.
your point, there's a theme that flows through both what you and him are doing, right? How you look at it is just a little different, but y'all doing the same thing. Back to Scam's point, which is the relationship is that bridge in between both of these titles that needs to be explored more. You feel me?
Hmm.
Just my thought. Yeah, we still alive, Nay. You act like we get on your nerves being on the internet. You like us. You love us here, Nay. I ain't seen you in a while. You pop up on one of these panels, man. It's good to see you though. But we are gonna wrap up, man. This has been a great show. Again, I got a couple of things I'm gonna get into this evening, but I did want to bring this to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all as panelists, man. This has been a great conversation. I couldn't have asked for a better perspective in terms of everybody that's here. So y'all have been dope. You know what I mean? But I do want to get y'all final thoughts before we get up out of here. Let's go CJ, Scam, and then we'll end with Free Zone. Slim in between. So CJ, Scam, Slim, and then Free Zone.
Final thoughts, man. First off, great show. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Scam, DC, Free Zone, Jalen, all the people in the chat. My final thoughts on this, man. That marriage shit don't guarantee a perfect relationship. Because at the end of the day, you're just doing legal documents to get a person that you're with the rights to do certain legal things on your behalf. So when it comes to the relationship itself as a whole, like the relationship, it still takes the two people to make that shit work. So that's cool that people want want marriage. I respect that. It's cool that people want to be together forever. But if you ain't willing to put in the source material or the real work to make the relationship last that long, 10, 15, 20 years, however long you plan on living with that person, all the other shit is just fucking placebo effect, bro.
Okay. Mahogany has a final thought for you, CJ. She said you're growing out your locks so you can wear a ponytail. That is wild.
Growing out my locks so I can have a ponytail.
Wow.
You know, I've been rocking a pineapple in the gym a while now. So when I
That's
find
crazy.
your ass and we thumb wrestle, I'm gonna make sure I have my hair up.
That's funny.
I don't know how that's nasty work, man.
Let's go, that's funny as hell. Let's go Scam, Slim, and then Lou. What you got, Scam? That's funny.
There's no cheat codes in this game. No matter what you try to think it is and content, if it was this, there's no cheat codes. It's a long process. We got to develop ourselves. That's us on our side as well as the other table. But you can't change other people. The best thing you can do is change yourself to try to be able to influence others and get better outcomes. The other thing I was going to say, I forgot what it was.
Yo, Scam, you been forgetful today.
No, I don't think got something else that been on my mind.
You good? You straight though?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Well, I'll mention it. A couple of my friends, men be standing strong, allegedly. Then when the bimbos come or when life hits them, then you see who's really standing strong. A couple of people I know got knocked off their square bad. This is real. And I'm like, really, man? Really, bro? This is what we doing? And so I hear these conversations. I'm like, dang, one dude he way out here, the other way out there somewhere. And I'm like, I got to make sure my game is all the way tight because I ain't trying to get knocked off. This is some people doing some wild stuff. Dudes that say they super strong and masculine and high value, all that shit get knocked off.
Damn.
That's
you
all I
that's
got.
going on right now with you, or not you, people you know.
Yeah, the dudes, yeah, man. I'm then two bimbos. Next thing you know, I just thought the dog. I'm like, what? Come on, bro. But ones you don't expect it. But I'm just starting to see more people just get knocked off. That one fall off. It's going to be like two people still standing. CJ, you good? You still holding strong?
Well, I'm good. Yeah.
Strata, you good?
Hell yeah. I'm in route. You'll get an invite soon. I'm in route.
Okay, I don't want to click on here and hear these women's comments.
I'm super good, man. I'm chilling.
And here's the beautiful part too, Slim. People, how this will
Nigga
work.
zooted.
Hey, Scam, even if that shit went to hell tomorrow, the messenger don't change on this show because the work still got to be done. You know what I mean? That's the beautiful part about over here. Even if we were all single, we ain't no fuck them hoes over there. When I become married, I'm not gonna be like, all of y'all single niggas suck. Like, nah, bro, the conversation still gotta get had, bro, because we still out here living. So, you know, we ain't even you know how we do. But yeah, to answer your question, no, we good, man. We in rows, bro, for sure. For sure. Slim, what you got, brother?
Hey, look, two of my favorite quotes, man. It's easy to be a soldier when it ain't no war, and heroes got the best funerals. All right. So I say it to you like this, man.
Like
a lot of us, we judge people from the outside. Some people, they just not built for relationships. Now, as offering advice to some people, you wasting your time because some people ain't ready to accept it. So you gotta let them do what they do. You know what I'm saying? Now, this show, I ain't come on here to be difficult with y'all, you know what I'm saying? But I understand you had your little topics and everything. I just went deeper and gave a little more context to what you was saying. Wasn't trying to be difficult or nothing. Wasn't trying to say, y'all fucked up anyway. I fuck with this jump.
It's
You know what
all
I'm saying?
love. You know that.
So,
All love.
at the same time, fellas, though, every man control their own destiny. I don't worry about nobody else because there's only room in the hole for one person. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So,
This guy.
hey, it's truth in every joke. All right, it's truth in every joke. So all I'm saying to y'all is, when it comes to these relationships, you know what I'm saying, just start looking at the world. Just start paying attention, people, man. Because us as black people, we are actually doing great. And I said this last time on your show, dog. We are doing great, but the 10% of the stupidity of us get all the attention. Let's talk about the other 90, because we thriving out this jump. They want to make it look like we all fucked up. That's why they stick a camera in our face, because we make stupidity look the best. I'm just keeping it real with you.
I like that. I like that. Solid. Lou, what you got for us, brother?
Man, I don't even know how to follow DC, man. I really don't, man. I just, in addition to being intentional, man, you got to have some structure behind what you're saying. You got to have some weight to throw behind what you're saying. I think that a lot of people are just kind of cruising through life with no intentions about anything. At the most, maybe their career. That's about it. But in regards to relationships, it just seemed like a lot of people putting relationships as like a secondary thing. And relationships take work. It takes sacrifice. And it's hard to you either in or you out. You can protect yourself while you're in. I always recommend irrevocable trust, prenups, all that stuff. I think you should do irrevocable trust regardless of if you're married or not. Shout out to the niggas now. They putting their assets in their relatives' names, so the lady can't claim it. I see y'all out there. You know what I'm saying? Mama got the house. I feel it. You know what I mean? But
you never know.
You never know, man. You never know. I don't believe you should go in blind, regardless of however you play it. I don't think you should go in blind because common law is still a thing, and I just think that you should, like DC was talking about the inner workings. In addition to the structure, pay attention to the person you with. A lot of what we consider just emotional nonsense is just us failing to recognize patterns. I don't think that women are that hard to figure out. I think that when they get emotional, they exhibit certain patterns, and that pattern is different for every woman. And once you figure out those patterns, you could pretty much anticipate them, you can get ahead of them, and you can actually control that outcome because you know what's coming. And men, stay logical, stay doing your thing, stay grinding, and that's it, man. Walk with structure, man. Do your thing. I say shout out to everybody up here, man.
No doubt. All love, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I think my final words, man, like I said, it's been a dope stream.
but she hard to find. Cut from the cloth, her couture line, her contour lines, her for silhouette. Behind the dull eyes, you see the sunset. Steph Curry half court when my wrist flex. She ain't even blink, cause she ain't impressed. Don't need your bread, cause she got that. Need a hustle in hand, she provide that. Ever seen a mind that resides in the face? With a body up your game, she a hold upgrade. Fuck with shorty, she hit you with the whole up face. Yeah, she from the hood, so she know all the games. She know how you jug, know when you straight. She ain't got a lot of time to fuck around the waist. Fingers intertwined with the hands of time. For this moment, baby, you could be mine.
If it's
right?
Alright, if it's okay, I put in my time, you pick the place, and I ain't sure to play, babe. Just a little Marvin Gaye, Bombay, babe.
With your chillin' persona, double cup marijuana, what heaven's bringing together. Let no man bring us under. The night's almost over, and the cover's upon us. And I'm digging you deeper, you whisper dig a little further. I'm digging inside the crevices of your mind. Your third eye screams, it climax with mine. So for the first time, I'm so goddamn high. My pineal gland show me love is blind. Bitch, you soft behind with the high divine. Pluck and suck your grape stream from your insides wine. Are we coming or going? Too tight to the side, I'm deeper inside, gliding side to side. So you match my mind and I match your fly. Heaven watch you move, this is a hell of a night. So the vibe is right, potent and strong. Bombay, put some Marvin on. Come on.
Put in my